All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to break down 5 absolutely essential strategies to really transform your restaurant. And we're not just pulling these out of thin air. Nope. We're leaning on the fantastic insights from food and beverage expert Maurice to see exactly how the top leaders in Europe are crushing it. Ready to dive in? So if you're running a restaurant in Europe, this probably sounds familiar, right? The market is just packed. Your customers expect the world, and the latest trend? Piff, it's gone before you can even blink. It is a massive challenge to stand out and build something that actually has staying power. So, what's the secret sauce here? And boom, there it is. Maurice puts it perfectly. He says the real key to success, that big turning point, isn't about desperately chasing whatever's new and shiny. It's about looking in the mirror, cultivating a strong, authentic identity. It's about stopping the imitation game. And that right there is the big idea we're going to unpack today.
Okay, first up, strategy number 1, the authenticity advantage. Look, in a market like Europe's, where tradition and heritage are just everything, your unique regional identity isn't just some cute backstory you tell people. No way. It's your single most powerful weapon. So, how do you actually do that? Well, a few things. First, you've got to take those local specialties you're known for and give them a little modern flair. Second, you absolutely have to tell your story. People in Europe really truly care about heritage and where their food is coming from. And third, make sure you're teaming up with local producers. It's the only way to guarantee that freshness and real true authenticity.
And these guys, they totally get it. I mean, look at Vapiano. They're all about Italian food, right? But what they do so cleverly is weave in local ingredients in every single country they operate in. Or think about Exki in Belgium. Their entire brand is built on being fresh, organic, and local. You see, they're not just selling a plate of food, they're selling who they are.
All right, let's roll into our second strategy, which really builds on that first one. It's called innovation with respect. Now, in Europe, innovation doesn't mean just blowing everything up for the sake of it. It has to be smart, it has to be thoughtful, and most importantly, it has to enhance the dining tradition, not just bulldoze over it.
And I love this comparison because it makes it so clear. On one side, you have meaningful innovation. This is the stuff that actually improves your guest's experience, right? Think of tech that makes service smoother but doesn't feel robotic. Then you've got empty innovation, just blindly following a trend because you think you should. That can actually make things worse. So the big question you always have to ask yourself is, does this really truly add value for my customer?
And you want to see this in action? Check out these guys. The Big Mama Group serves up classic Italian dishes, but the whole vibe, it's completely modern. We're talking stunning design, super smart digital marketing, the whole package. And then there's Flax and Kale over in Spain. They're doing this incredible flexitarian food that's super innovative, but it's still grounded in those healthy Mediterranean values. You see, they're both innovating, but with so much respect for where they came from.
So this brings up a great question for you. I want you to really think about your own place for a second. What's one new thing you could bring in that would genuinely make the experience better for your guests, but without losing that special European feeling of conviviality, of just enjoying each other's company?
Okay, moving on to strategy number 3. And folks, this one is a biggie. We're talking about making sustainability your core philosophy. Let's be really clear here. In Europe today, this isn't some fluffy marketing trend or a nice to have. It's a non-negotiable. Your customers expect it, and honestly, your business needs it to survive.
Yeah, just look at that. Sustainability isn't an add-on. It's the foundation. And Maurice really hits the nail on the head here. This is way past being a trend. We're talking about a massive shift in what consumers value. Making sustainability part of your DNA isn't just about being good to the planet. It is absolutely 100% critical if you want to be successful in Europe for the long haul.
So how do you tackle this? It's a 3-part plan, really. First, you've got to actively work on your footprint. That means tackling food waste head-on and switching to better packaging. Second, you have to be transparent about it. Tell your customers what you're doing. They want to support businesses that are making an effort. And third, start thinking circular. What can you do with your organic waste? Can you partner with someone to turn it into something valuable?
All right, here's a challenge for you right now. What are 3 real, tangible, sustainable things you can start doing in the next 30 days? And if you're thinking, that's impossible, just look at the pioneers. You've got Silo in London, a true zero-waste restaurant. And Nola in Finland, get this, they've designed their whole system so well they don't even have trash bins. So yeah, it can be done.
Okay, strategy number 4. Let's talk about something really special, the European experience. And this is so much more than just what's on the plate.
We're talking about creating that warm, convivial atmosphere, that feeling where the real main course is the connection you have with the people you're with.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? In Europe, a meal isn't just about refueling. It's an event. It's a moment to actually connect. The pace is slower, the conversation matters. Your restaurant needs to be a haven for that. Forget about turning tables as fast as you can. This is about creating genuine quality time.
And if you want to see who's doing this well, just look at Le Pain Quotidien. That huge communal table they're famous for, it's not just a table, it's a machine for creating community and conversation. Or check out Dishoom in the UK. They don't just serve you food, they transport you to this incredible, immersive social world of old Bomboy cafes. What they're selling is the experience of being together.
So this is your homework. Really look at your space, your service, your whole vibe. How can you transform it from just a place where people eat into a real social hub? What can you design into the experience that actually encourages people to connect and share a moment?
All right, on to our fifth and final strategy, adapting to society. I mean, it's obvious, right? European society isn't frozen in time. Lifestyles, values, the way people live and eat, it's all constantly changing. And if you want to stay in the game, your restaurant has to evolve right there with it.
So, where do you focus? 3 key areas. First, your menu has to be diverse. Vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free, these aren't niche requests anymore. They're mainstream. Second, look at your opening hours. Are you catching the brunch crowd? The after-work drinks and bite scene? You might be missing out. And third, you have to embrace the amazing multicultural influences that are making European food so exciting right now.
And you gotta think locally here. What's changing in your city, in your neighborhood? Those shifts could be hiding your next big opportunity. Just think about how Pret A Manger completely nailed the fast-paced urban lifestyle, or a place like Otium in Sweden, which basically becomes a different restaurant depending on the time of day. So smart.
Okay, let's pull all these threads together. When you boil it all down, your path to success isn't about just grabbing some generic global model and plopping it down in your city. It's about mastering the art of European adaptation.
And this right here says it all. You can go down the path of global imitation, just copy-pasting generic trends. But that stuff is usually disconnected and doesn't last. The other path, European adaptation, is where the magic happens. It's about taking smart business ideas and applying them to your unique culture, your heritage. That's how you build a brand that people love and that actually lasts. The key? Be rooted, not rootless.
So, these are your 4 pillars, your North Star. Everything you do should come back to these 4 things that make European gastronomy so powerful. Authenticity, quality, durability, and of course, that wonderful spirit of conviviality.
So, I'm going to leave you with one final thought, one big question to chew on. After everything we've talked about today, you need to ask yourself, are you just following trends or are you building a legacy? The answer to that question, well, that's entirely up to you.